Hello, Pucatraders. My name is Wilson, and we are doing a Magic Origins draft. And we don't have much time here, but I'm going to take this Majoring Responder because it's sweet. It's a 7-drop. It's colorless, so we don't have to pick a color right away, although, being green would be nice. Passing Jiragas Invocation is going to make that a little harder going in that direction, but I'm going to take Majoring Responder just because it's one of those cards where when you play it, it wins the game. Uh, it's very, very, very hard to beat, and it's just a very good card. So we're gonna take that. Out of this, the cards I'm looking at are Unholy Hunger, Stalwart Haven, Undercity Troll, Fracas Disciple. Not really. I do want to be green with Majoring Responder. That said, Unholy Hunger is very good as a removal spell, but I think I'm going to take this Undercity Troll. I really like it. It's first of all, like, we want to be green. Second of all, it can be aggressive. It can be a defensive card by just sitting there and regenerating. It's just overall a very good card, and it's also just a bear that can maybe sometimes turn into a 3/3. So it's the green Topin Freeblade. So we're going to take that for sure. This pack is Garbo. There is nothing good in here. I'm going to take this Hitchclaw Recluse. But everything else in here is pretty bobo. Like Charging Griffin, Hitchclaw Recluse, Ring Warden Owl. Yeah, we'll just take the Hitchclaw Recluse. Just kind of stay on target for now and, see where that takes us. Green doesn't seem to be, that open right now. But we'll keep our eyes open for it. I'm looking at either Stalwart Haven or Unholy Hunger, and I think I'm going to take the Stalwart Haven. It's better in this kind of renowned green-white deck, if we so happen to be in that deck. Plus, it's just lower casting cost than Unholy Hunger, and if it's between Stalwart Haven and Deadbridge Shaman, I'll still take the Stalwart Haven, even though I really do like black-green as a color pair. So infinite Unholy Hungers going around the table. Let's see. We can either take another Hitchclaw Recluse or Zendikar's Royal, or Unholy Hunger. I think I'm gonna stay away from the Unholy Hunger. This has been like the 6th one we've seen, even though it's the 5th pick. I don't see us going down this route. But it is better than either of these cards. So I think I'm going to take it as a hedge. I don't want to be black, especially after passing all that black. So we'll see about that. Weight of the Underworld is another reason to go black. So now we're looking at, definitely green, and either, black or white. And now we have, 2 playable black cards to 1 playable white card. So that's where we're at. I think I'll take a Meteorite. It helps us get up to Majoring Responder, because you can play Meteorite and then on turn 6 play a land and then play the Majoring Responder. Other cards in here, not much. Titanic Growth possibly, but we'll take this Meteorite. It also, most of the time kills something. And there's a Deadbridge Shaman. Perfect. Alright, so black looks fairly open coming from this direction. I'm going to take this Gnarl Root Trapper. It's better than any of these, especially Undead Servant. I don't like Undead Servant a lot. And, there is a chance, we have a elf here, and we may pick up other elves in our journeys. So we have 1 enchantment, which is this. I'm going to take this Auramancer. No, just in case. Just in case we're not green. You know what? I'm gonna pick up the Helm. You know what? It's rare. I don't know. I don't think it's a very good card. But we already have 1 enchantment, and black has other enchantments. We may be able to pick some up and maybe even play this. I don't know. Probably not. All these cards are pretty bobo. I'm gonna take this Return Centaur. Probably not gonna play it. And get this looking good. All right. Let's see. We'll take a Yoked Ox. No, sorry. We'll take an Aerial Volley. I kind of spaced there for a second. Night Snare is fine. It's a fine, magic card. It's okay. Bellows Lizard is not a fine magic card. And Mountain to help us cast Bellows Lizard, which I think is actually better than Bellows Lizard. But, So, we have a good sideboard card for green, and one good green card. Now, mind you, it's only one good green card. We may pick up other things later, but, it's just one good green card. In this pack, there is another good green card. There's Wild Instincts. Other things in this pack, there's an Anointer of Champions, which we could bring in the Stalwart Haven. Like, what would this look like? Like this, and bring in Anointer of Champions? That seems kind of good. I think our deck... I don't know if that would look better or worse than Wild Instincts. I think I'd rather have the Wild Instincts for right now. The Herald of the Pantheon is fine. It's a bear. We'd rather our bears have Renowned and Regenerate on them, but... and it does make this one cheaper, so a 3-mana removal spell. But we'll take Wild Instincts. The guy might wheel. Herald. So lots of good cards in here, but they're all for blue. So we're going to take a Leaf Gilder. It helps us get up to Majoring Responder and, things like Meteorite to get us up to Majoring Responder. Majoring Responder being our one and only plan right now. But this is also a 2-drop. It's a 2/1. It's quite good. So we'll take that. All right. Man, if we had Ditch Black, we could take, like, I don't know, like Wild Instincts, Whirler Rogue, Bounding Crasis. But we're not doing that. Instead, we're looking at cards like Fetid Imp or Orchard Spirit. I like the Fetid Imp here. Claustrophobia is also very good. So blue is looking pretty open from this direction. Alright, so we have a Blessed Spirits. Necromantic Summons has been catching my eye recently, although I don't think we're there quite yet. I'm going to take this... Oh wait, no, we're not white. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to take this Elvish Visionary. I keep thinking that we're white. It's like, yeah. I just played a draft and I was white. And I was like, oh yeah, Blessed Spirits, cool. No, we're not running Blessed Spirits, and we're not running white. So, but we are running Elvish Visionary. Man, Blessed Spirits, that would have been a punt for sure. Leaf Gilder, perfect. Better than these black cards, which black doesn't seem like it's super open from this side. We did get a Fetid Imp. But I'll take this Leaf Gilder and be pretty happy with that. Alright, now we have a choice between Forest Mage or a Nantuko Husk. Given that we have, smaller toughness like Deadbridge Shaman and power like Hitchclaw Recluse, and also, we can get things in like Elvish Visionary and Undercity Troll. I'm going to take the Forest Mage. I don't see any benefit of having an Nantuko Husk in this kind of deck, so we'll take the Yevas Forest Mage. Now, there's another Zendikar Royal, but I'm going to take this Fleshbag Marauder. Might of the Masses could also be very good. We have 9 creatures so far, but Fleshbag's pretty good. It's good against those decks that are just like, I'll play my second land, say go, opponent plays their second land, play Starfish, and then you untap, play a land, play Fleshbag. Fleshbag Marauder. Yeah, and I mean, it's not good against things like tokens, but like we could always side it out against things like tokens. This Pilgrimage is an interesting one. It does get us up into this range, but I'm going to take this Read the Bones because it does help smooth out our deck a little bit, and does, eventually help us draw into lands to play these guys. See the Herald Wield. Perfect. I think it's better than Titanic Growth. Is it better than a Titanic Growth? Yeah. Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't know. This is actually pretty tough. We have 10 creatures. We would have 11 creatures. Titanic Growth is a Titanic Growth. I'm going to take the Titanic Growth. I think that that's actually a more adult pick. The Herald seems more like a candy pick. Just take the candy. There's this 6-drop, which is good. There's also an Evolving Wilds. I'm going to take the 6-drop. Guardian Automaton is also fine, but I feel like we could pick up other 4s. You know, Weight of the Underworlds and Wild Instincts, you know, fill that role as a 4-drop pretty nicely. So I'm going to take the 6-drop because we do have double Leaf Gilder, and that's pretty good. I'll take this Guardians of Miletus and this Rabid Bloodsucker, which we may actually play. I don't know. Macabre Waltz, we'll take that one too. Gather the Pack, we'll take that, but I don't feel like it's that good. You reveal the top 5 cards of your library. You put a creature card among them in your hand. And if you have 2 or more, if you have Spell Mastery, you get 2 creatures. So we do have 1, 2, 3 spells. So I don't know. This can sit on the bench for right now, but you know, it may not make the cut. Well, 4-drops usually are taken up by Weight of the Underworld and Wild Instincts, but they also are taken up by Erebos' Titans. This pack is actually very good. We would take the Shaman of the Pack, Reeve Soul. We would snap pick that up. Llanowar Empath is very good for our deck. Eyeblight Assassin is very good for our deck, but you know, we'll take the 5/5. That's like sometimes indestructible and sometimes can be returned from whenever a creature card leaves an opponent's graveyard. I mean, there is a Scab Goliath in the same pack, so maybe that'll happen, but we'll definitely take that. Alright, here we have a choice between a rare that's pretty unplayable, more cards that are going to be leaving our opponent's graveyard, Fetid Imp, Might of the Masses, Read the Bones, Pharika's Disciple. I think here I kind of want... It's either going to be Pharika's Disciple or Fetid Imp. I don't think that these 2 cards up here really meet the power levels of these 2 cards. And there is a Read the Bones, but I think 2 Read the Bones is a little inappropriate. Not professional. I'm going to take the Fetid Imp here. Yeah, I'm going to take the Fetid Imp here. It's pretty good with Wild Instincts and, you know, pretty good with a bunch of other stuff. But I'm sorry, I got distracted by this Conclave Naturalist, because Conclave Naturalist is pretty good. There is also an Unholy Hunger in this pack. Also Consecrated by Blood and a Timberpack Wolf. But the first Timberpack Wolf is pretty bad. Like, I didn't take Herald. And right now Timberpack Wolf is the same thing. We'll take Conclave Naturalist. Well, I mean, if we're past like insane bombs, you know, we'll take them. We'll take them. So black is obviously open coming from this side, and I feel like we're gonna get hooked up a little bit. There is an Antuco Husk. I'm not super thrilled with that. I'm gonna take the Shadows of the Past. We do have extra mana to dump into it, and we do have a lot of creatures. So, you know, getting the Scries are good, and then eventually getting that, you know, the ultimate ability on Shadows of the Past is also pretty good. Well, we could just have all the Fleshbag Marauders. Just all of them. I was doing an elf count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elves in the deck. So Naru Trapper, I think, still can chill there. But it's between Eyeblight Assassin and another Fresh Bag. And you know what? I'm going to take the Flesh Bag because it combos so well with Shadows of the Past. I'm also going to take this foil one because it's obviously better. We'll take a Weight of the Underworld. And because there's nothing really else in this pack. So we're at 24 cards. Cutting something here is going to be pretty tough. Ooh, a Blightcaster with 2 Weight of the Underworlds and a Shadows of the Past. And that's it. Or we could take another Deadbridge Shaman. Or a Llanowar Empath. I mean, if it's between the 2 4-drops, it's between Llanowar Empath. I think Llanowar Empath would win over Blightcaster. So is Llanowar Empath better or worse than Deadbridge Shaman? And I think that I'd rather have the Llanowar Empath just to get that little bit more card draw. Well, there's a Shaman of the Pack, so that's game. That's game. So this Gnarlroot Trapper actually might come in now, because now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 elves. Oh, and this Freaka's Disciple is great. Cool. Well, we all of a sudden just got, like, completely hooked up in this last pack. I'll take this Act of Treason away from someone. I saw a lot of Blazing Hellhounds, so I don't want to run up against too much of this. Just give them free Act of Treasons. We'll take another Nantuko Husk. And a Reclaim. No, we want our opponents to play Reclaim because we have the Erebos' Titan. Heh. Gosh, we're so smart. Alright, so here's my thinking with the deck. I took out Titanic Growth, Shadows of the Past, Hitchclaw Recluse, and Weight of the Underworld. Hitchclaw Recluse we can bring in against, flyers and, blue-white flyers, or any sort of, like, Thopters, things like that. Also, more aggressive decks we can bring it in. Against decks that are, more X2s, we can bring in Weight of the Underworld. And then if we encounter, like, a super-duper slow deck, we'll bring in Shadows of the Past, or... Titanic Growth is kind of a cool flex card to run it that way. 9 swamps, 8 forests, more swamps, cast things like Erebos' Titans, Unholy Hungers, and Priest of the Blood Rites. We don't have any double green cards, so, that move is pretty obvious. Even though we do have most of our early drops are green. Our green can ramp us up pretty quickly. So I like this. We'll run it and see you all for round 1.